Hello and welcome. My name is Carsten Lützen. I'm an Agile coach and a Scrum Master, facilitator, whatever we call it. Today I will talk about yet another overloading of the MVP abbreviation, just because I love doing it. I've previously talked about minimum viable process. Now I'll talk about minimum viable preparation. So as a facilitator, I'm often asked to, can you please help facilitate this or that workshop or session? And how I often go around it is probably what some facilitators would feel a bit uncomfortable with, because I don't necessarily prepare that much. Some of this comes with experience, I guess, but also some of it comes with the realization that yes, I can make a plan, but in reality I probably need to pivot several times throughout the session. And I've been in different teams and worked with a lot of different facilitators as well, and we all do it a bit differently. But my list of what do I need when I'm facilitating something is I need a clear goal. So the sponsors of this workshop, the audience, what is it that they want to get from this session? If we don't have that clear and concise, there's almost no reason for doing that, because we cannot meet those expectations if we don't know what those are, right? When I have this goal and I know how many roughly participants will be, how many will be in the room, then I often use some kind of string of liberating structures and some other exercises, but just to use the language of liberating structures. So I create a string. So in the sunny day scenario where no unforeseen things happens and everything goes according to plan, these are the exercises I will do. That gives me an idea of what do I think, at least in the beginning, does it take to meet this goal. This goal can be a lot of different things, but based on experience, I also have alternatives ready. So it might be that I, after this exercise, thought I would be going this path, but actually let's just don't do that and then jump to this exercise instead. And always having these alternative routes and knowing enough facilitation exercises is really beneficial, because then we can pivot along the way. Oh, we actually have a good phrasing over there, so maybe we can take that, build on that for the next exercise, and then check in with the audience. Are you getting the value from this time we're spending together that you hoped for? Anything that's missing? Because when we can have those conversations, that's also where they can start to pitch in. And this whisper out loud is from the Liberators, and I remember seeing them do it for many years ago, and it was such an awesome experience. So what they do is they completely transparent talk out loud. Should we do this? Oh, we could also do that. So us as participants can hear what is going on. What are the considerations being made? Why are we going in this or that direction? And then also, if we have input, we can say it out loud. And then that can be taken into account. And that, of course, also brings this pair up. Really pair up, because that is what we're going to do when we facilitate workshops or meetings. That is my best tip. It is to pair up. I might perceive the room in one way or read the room in one way. My co-facilitator will probably read the room in another way. If I'm facilitating, the co-facilitator can look, is anybody zoning out? What can we do to get them into the game? Or if I'm saying something that's difficult to understand because I'm maybe not clear enough in my descriptions, then the other facilitator can step in, and vice versa. This is such an awesome thing to do. When we pair up, that also makes it much easier to relax and just enjoy being in that room, being in that moment together with the participants, and figuring out what an awesome crowd this is. Making it easier to reach our goal, make it easier to have these alternatives ready, right? And make it easier to feel comfortable with checking in with the audience, to make sure that we actually maximize the value that they get from this session, because after all, we as facilitators are there for the audience, not our own ego. I'm super curious to hear what are your experiences or thoughts or tips and tricks when you facilitate workshops and stuff like that? What steps do you go through? What is your list of really nice things to focus on? Please share them either in a comment or in a message. That would be awesome. And as always, if you have comments, questions, ideas, or feedback to these videos, please just send them my way. That is really, really appreciated. That's it. Have a super awesome day.